All right, let's get this going, huh? Okay, so we're going to try and use Miro to do our critiques where it is necessary. Mainly, I'll just be looking at your stuff, but if I need to draw on them, I'm going to try and do this. Stoff, I love you, man. You get out of here. But no, don't. Don't. We're at a nice viewer count. Don't go. Okay, so Alex, you posted this huge scene. I'll just that shout out, dude. Emergency. Oh, Jesus. We'll never leave. Lies. Did you see I got the giant keyboard of Doom? So this scene's pretty cool, man. And I am a huge... This is the Brave browser. So I'm a huge fan of the fact that you collaborated with someone and weapons. Because, like, in reality, people really, really have to make their own stuff when they're building a portfolio. And the fact that you've collaborated with someone so that you don't have to worry about the stuff that you wouldn't make in the industry, that's freaking cool. And the cool part is you've linked, you linked the concept artist, you linked the person who made the weapons. Oh, Daruva. I have some interesting stuff about Daruva to talk about. They're a good company. We'll say that. Yeah, the attention to detail in here is really nice. This came together quite fast. Ooh, I think that's my favorite shot. Is there a shot of that colored? Is it the first one? Yeah. That's a good shot. I think it's just maybe a little too dark. Well, I could be wrong. There's a DiNusty sticker back there. I didn't place that, I swear. Lighting is feeling pretty good though. Let's see where the histogram sits. Yeah, so it's almost balanced. Like, oh Jesus. Oh man, my eyes. So I kind of feel like that more washed out feel is going to give you the atmosphere that you're pushing with the dust and stuff floating around in the air. Other than that, I mean, let's see if there's something we can do with the bloom. Dude, just the colors that are in this shot alone, man, that feels flashbang. It feels good. So let's see what we can do here. I'm just kind of looking at these filters. Well, these wouldn't be filters, though. These are like blend modes. So I think if you went for probably the screen is the one I would go for, and then you tone it down. Bring it up just a little bit. And then, I mean, I think you guys have seen me do this before. You just mask it, and then where you have areas where you want that bloom to hit. Like this is a pretty hot light there. And there's some bloom coming in from here. So having the bloom hitting on this side here is just going to give you some nice gradients. Dude, turtle looks pretty good, huh? There's some nice details in here. Let's do that, and let's look at the saturations. So I'm a little on the fence about it, but I think turning the saturation up a little bit, I think did some lovely things. The other thing is if you feel like let me paste the original on here. If you feel like things are being blurred out a little too bit, okay, I gotta change the song hand. I'm just not in the mood. If you feel like things are being blurred a little too much by the temporal AA and Unreal, there are some tricks you can do with it. One thing I would suggest doing is capturing your image at like a 4 or 8K. And then if you bring it into Photoshop and do Control Alt I, you can lower the scale of it, right? You can do percent and then do like 25%. And then just make sure that you're set for reduction, and you're going to get, obviously with that res you're not, but you're going to get some sharpening, some tightening up on the edges. The other thing you can do is if you duplicate the layer, whoops. So Alt, left click, drag it up, and then you filter and you do, where's it at? Other, and do a high pass. You can see you get some high pass focuses on edges. And you can use this high pass. You want to get it pretty tight, something like that. Right? And you can see those edges there. Then you just you could probably do an overlay. Let's see how that looks. So you can see what the overlay is doing when you zoom in here. Really sharpens stuff up. Now this can get a little too intense. So it's suggested that you do the overlay, full image, then you do the mask, invert the mask, and then paint that sharpening where you need the hits. See, like, it's really subtle. You can see there. But like maybe you need just a little extra detail in some areas, like here in this table. You want to get those details to pop, you just paint in that mask. So I just put it in wherever details you want popping. And then you can take this mask and then lower it all the way down and just kind of tune it up just enough to sharpen them. And it does a lot, man, like a lot. Like if I turn this up here. So look at it down here. It might not show very well in the stream, but oh my God. It's magical. Like look at that corner. Or like this grid. Or this box. Yeah, it's dope. And you just tone it down and just bring it up just a hair. Anywho, we spent a lot of time on that. We gotta move forward here. Is it Pavel? This looks cool. I like the amount of detail here. Man, I might not even need. Let's see here. This is nice. I like the. So one thing I really like is you've got a screen. That's a roughness value, right? You've got this metal. That's a roughness value, and then this surface coating. That's a little chip, so it's exposing the metal under there. So those are 3 different ranges of roughness. That's good. Now I think down here, like you have some variety as well. I think if something in here, maybe this centerpiece or like these bolts here had a similar roughness to this, not necessarily the color, but just similar roughness, you get some really nice variety. The only other thing I think I would say is watching your smoothing groups and then the weight of the feet. So like the pad for the bottom of that foot, if it's wider, it's just going to look a little bit more stable. You'll notice like on machinery and stuff that some of the largest details tend to be at the base just for weighting. More so in design than other things. So like if you have a crane that's doing a lot of lifting of really heavy things, you'll see a lot of counterweights to it. And that's an exception where like the weight is in the counterweight, like the scale is in the counterweight, but you'll also see that the footprint, even though a little on the flimsy side, the footprint of the crane is going to be huge. Giant legs that stick quite far out. And then large padding to support all of the immense amount of weight. Just kind of distribute the weight across the surface of the whatever it's resting on. Yeah. So Chris Green, welcome to the Discord, by the way. Let's see what we got here. Chris Green's got some props. Bowling alley props. Dude, this is cool. Nice attention to detail, nice roughness, good variety in colors. If you're making boxes, I would maybe suggest having like a slightly longer one or bigger one, just so you have some variety to work with. And then go to town on the amount of bowling balls. Oh man, this brings back some weird memories of going to the bowling alley when I was a kid. The attention to detail with the stickers, man. That's dope. That's dope. Oh, that's awesome. That gun is this sets a this sets a tone. You know what I'm saying? Not only is it no firearms or weapons allowed, right? But look at the silhouette of that gun. It's some like District 9 madness where everything's kind of normal, and then you realize that like there's a logo with an alien's face that says no aliens allowed here. Oh, that's cool. I think you were looking at some reference. Ooh, those chairs though, those stools. That's nice. That's super nice. I don't know why I'm so excited about it. There's some nice details, some nice variety. Surface tension. I can feel it. I can feel the softness and overuse of those stools. Is that the bowls? Man. Oh, nice. Thanks, Alex. Yeah. These are nice. I kind of want a scene. I'm going to your portfolio. Whoa, there's a lot of props. Ooh. Okay, I need to get out of here. This is a black hole. We got to get out. Anyways, well done on the props. Quality looks pretty good. I would say maybe a little bit of roughness variation to show usage, and that's about it. Like this kind of looks like it's seen some better days, and that's a good thing. It makes it more realistic, you know? Those little wrinkles in the rug, good job. It's good. Yeah, I don't have too much to say on these. These all look quite solid. Kind of wish one of these were open. Oh, thanks, man. All right, next up, I think is Artem. Let me check here. No, Joel. Joel is next. Oh, man. It's going for the jugular, guys. Super nice. So I think you need to look at Abel's scene. Yeah, where is it at here? Abel did a really good job with this type of temple. Abel DePazio. Is that how you say DePazio? And he's got a lot of division stuff in here now. Yeah. This one. So I think where his roots are quite successful, I think that's where when I saw your roots, it made me think about looking at his stuff. So his roots are definitely doing a lot of conforming to the scene. And just making sure that kind of like I think you have this kind of down. This looks pretty legit. It's the way the roots are resting on the rocks and stones and stuff. It's like if you look at where's it at? If you look at Abel's, his is really kind of melting to the surface. Let's see if he's got. Oh, he doesn't have any. Does he have a good shot here? I guess his isn't even doing it all that much. I think it's the kind of the wobbliness of it. Like yours are very straight. If you added just a little bit of wobble to it and kind of conforming it a little bit more to the stones below it and the ground, you're going to be in a much more natural state. The only other thing I would suggest looking at is the grass and making sure that there's a little bit more color variety in it, and that the blades have varying lengths. So like think about where the grass is protected, where it's not getting a lot of interaction with like either creatures or just things coming by or rain, or where it can just grow safely. So like in between these roots and stuff, like in these areas, it's going to be pretty protected. So grass is going to be quite long there, probably growing out of the cracks a little bit. But then like where you see the grass getting shorter or varying in lengths is going to be more in the open areas where there's either a lot of traffic or you're watching out for where people are at, or not people, but where a lot of interaction happens. Grass is going to just get beaten down basically. Pretty cool though. It's looking nice. Let's see what else is going on here. How much time we got? Man, time's moving fast now. Okay, next up is Artem. I'm just tabbing through everything now. So let's see here, Artem. So Artem linked his portfolio, I think. Is that right? He did. I'm going to take his most recent piece. He's doing a lot of decagon stuff, which is cool. So this level of roughness here, this is only achieved through detail normals. It's got to be. You know me and detail normals. Big fan. Nice attention to the detail. Understanding like where wear and tear happens. A good understanding of how it's kind of put together. I can't decide if I think there should be any material difference or roughness change or anything like that with the text. I think it is fine. Just because like if you get, I mean, you're going to see this prop pretty far away, right? It's going to tend to be quite a small asset. So just having something there is going to be good. I'm sure there's a message there. Like DKGN, is that decagon like abbreviated? 4-ball, M33. No detail normals, really? Really? What is the resolution of this texture? It's a 2K texture? Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Man, 2K texture. That's I guess if I were to buy this, I would lower the resolution of the texture down to like a 256 or maybe a 512 at max, and then put a detail normal on it to retain it, just because that would be crazy expensive in a game. But I mean, I think Decagon's all about making really nice assets, selling those, and then you do with it what you want, right? Super cool. Oh, these are nice too. Nice patterns. Executed really well. Very nice. Actually, speaking of Decagon, we have a podcast now. Graffiti hosting. Thanks, man. How you doing? It's a very round backpack, dude. You know when you go and buy backpacks like this, they usually are stuffed so that you can see what the full capacity of it would be. Keyboard Oreos, I love your name, by the way. Yeah, the painted metal. You just want to run your hand. Just, That probably needs to be a GIF. I stepped into that one. Beddoes, there you go. Link in it. Decagon podcast happened last night. Enjoy that. Some really interesting conversations. So let's move on to the next piece here. So we got Vibes or Vibs. I think Vibes would have an E in there. So Vibs. This is really cool. Like I feel like I can grab it right now. Like it's quite literally there. It's not a cheap scene, but it's also not rendered in real time, I believe. Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, Arnold Render. Nice. Dude, look at this glass. It feels ionized. Oh, dude. Wouldn't I just turn the amplitude up here? Question is do you turn it on and then you turn the amplitude up? And is this on by deep? Like, this is just on. That's dangerous, man. Ooh. Ooh. Look at the materials. I like materials. So this looks cool. I love how this sticker is on there relatively straight, but it's still got that little bit of human error. Just a little bit of human error. It's good. Very nice. I don't really have too much to say on this. I think in the render, maybe the metal is a little sharp. And that little edge that you get on the edge wear is very uniform. But it's so much on the nose when it comes to the realistic details that you're looking at that it kind of feels like it's intended to be that way. You know, like maybe it was laser cut. Either way, oh man, this area is nice too. You see the roughness difference between the ends here and what it's like here. Very, very, very tasty. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got ticks. We got ticks, guys. Where's the window at? There we go. Check this out. All right, so ticks. I was looking at this earlier. So you're working on some foliage studies. So in general, this looks pretty solid. What I would say that's throwing me off a little bit is the flatness of the leaf is pretty flat considering how large it is. I think giving it a little bit more of a curve is gonna help the surface out overall. Whoa, thank you for the follow. How you doing? Yeah, I mean, in general, this is pretty good. It just feels like there's, I don't know, maybe some reference will set me straight. You're using a generator as well. That's awesome that you're using a generator. Oh no, I'm yawning. We got 20 minutes to go. Mahal Wilo, how you doing? Hey, it's better safe and alive, right? Anyways, this is cool. I would say just pay attention to the weight of the leaves and think about like how they would bend. Look at some reference and see if maybe I'm just crazy. Reference trumps everything. Let's see what is up next. Oh, some subsurface would be nice on this as well. Right now, it doesn't really feel like the light's passing through. That's going to help immensely. All right, next up is Oscar Sanchez. Making tools. It's a hefty wrench. Oh man, Prey. What a great franchise. Such a cool franchise. Dang, those details though. So I think it's just missing some bevels where areas are getting pretty tight, and you just bevel that just a little bit and then you'd be in a good spot. Other than that, the addition of the tape or leather, I don't know if that's tape or leather. I want to say that's leather. Either way, I think some variation in how the roughness is happening across the surface would be good. And maybe like a breakup in the materials. Like maybe this is dark and this one's more of like a lighter metal. Has some geometry. Pretty cool though. Wow, look at those maps. Oh man. For realsies, is this going to work? Brave has been having trouble with real-time viewers. All right. Oh, this isn't... Okay. No, this looks much better in this than I was anticipating. as far as like what I was seeing in the screenshots of, above. Let's look at the albedo. So yeah, okay. So you're actually painting the rust in, which is cool. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that twist in the metal is super satisfying. It's so like perfectly done, right? It's like the twist was done by a machine. So I guess you just gotta watch out for that seam there. But I mean, maybe it's not coming. Oh no, it's totally coming through here. You just clean that seam up, you'll be golden. I think I need to see it in like a first person view. Just see how it's held, you know? It's pretty cool. That's some interesting roughness too. Yeah, this thing looks heavy. This would crack some skulls for sure. Some alien skulls. Let's see here. All right, we got blue. What's going on with blue here? Blue's making cars. Jack Lee, vehicle artist. Oh, cool. A VW Golf GTI. Let's see here. Use a quadra tool over Maya over CAD data. Nice. Cleaned up and smooth the mesh. Textured in Substance Painter and rendered in iRay in Substance Painter. That's pretty awesome. Oh, this looks cool. Not bad, not bad. I like this paint job. And I like the variation in roughness, like the dark pattern that's happening here is more rough than the red paint. It's very cool. Man, that looks really good. Delicious. Mess some fools up, yes. Yeah, that wrench was not messing around. It wants to give you something to wrench about. All right. The time burner. This is why you're awake, isn't it? This is why you're awake. I like the design with those lights too, by the way. Really cool. So that is quite retro. I kind of feel like the record button needs to be red. You know what I'm saying? Where's the record button? I guess that's is that the play button? I don't know. Stop and eject. There's the play button. Man, I can't even remember how. What? Oh man, right there with poly count. Ooh, shots fired. I like it. That's cool. That's great. 5 centimeters per second. Dude, the roughness on this is real on point. Dude, look at the fuzziness on those earphones. Oh man, I can feel them right now. Ugh. Oh man. Yes, the attention to detail on here is real nice, and the way you've kind of brushed the surfaces in the roughness is really, really nice. Oh, fingerprints even. Yeah, that's cool. Thanks for the shout out there. Super hidden. It's like a little ghost. The undercoat yellow on the edge wear. Oh yeah, this? Yeah. Yeah, this is very, very well executed. I think when you open it up, the roughness that you're seeing here is a little jarring. It doesn't feel like it's on the same kind of realism as this. These are great though. I really like these. And I like that you're breaking up the wear of the sticker based on like each one. Like they're not all the same. It's awesome. Awesome. Man. Now the Walkman revolution. Oh, sweet, man. I'm glad you like the critique on the wrench. It's nice to know that is you. How you doing? It's your first time following as well and hanging out here, I guess. Feels very Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. All right. Did I miss anyone? Okay, next up is Sense 42. Let's see what's going on there. We've got 11 minutes. Oh, man, that's cool. So I'm not a character artist, of course, but I can really admire characters and character artists. It's not an easy job. Love that umbrella, by the way. Dude, look at that handle. You joined the Discord a week ago? Awesome. Dude, you're already red. You already got the community tag. Yeah, this is really strong. I don't have too much to say about this, honestly. It's got a, it's got a look it's going for, and it's kicking arse at it. Yeah, tons of personality. Like, I would probably get this guy a drink, and then he would turn it down because it's not fancy enough for him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so portfolio review requests are going to be opening up in a few minutes here. Very cool, though. This looks dope. Oh, thank you, Marquise. This is always cool to see as well. Okay, let's... I don't have too much to say on that character. It's very well executed. Maybe a bit of dirtiness. A little bit of age wear on the clothing. But, you know, us environment artists, we're all like, yeah, no, just wear it down a little bit. Just damage it. Damage just slightly. Let's see here. So we've got Dan. Hi, all. Was wondering if I could get some feedback on this. I'm a bit lost at the moment. What I'm doing. I'm wanting. Oh, actually, maybe I should open this up while we're talking about it, huh? So I think we'll click on that one. Oh, those materials though. Yeah. Those are good. Those are good. Okay, so a bit lost at the moment on what I'm doing. I'm wanting quite a small little scene. So double small. With a few assets, but I feel it's falling a little flat. A typewriter is currently still a work in progress, so it's just a high poly at the moment. The theme is 1940s journalist desk. Any feedback, ideas, or suggestions would really be appreciated. I'm rendering a marmoset. 3 images in total. There you go. All right, so let's look at this. Smoke looks nice. Writing in the notepad looks nice. Killer strikes again. So think about all the stuff that could be on this desk. You're saying 1940s? 1940s. Give me a second here. So I'm on Pinterest right now, and I'm just going to type in 1940s desk. 1940s desk photos. Give me a second here. We'll get to the bottom of this. I mean, you look like you're hitting on a lot of the, I guess you want to call them tropes. Oh, flashbang. Okay, so we got this, right? Let's, oh no, where did it go? Oh no. Hang on. There it is. And then secretary. Okay, so you got the typewriter, newspapers. The newspaper is quite small. I'll just say that. It feels really small. You've got the pad on the desk. That's good. Do you have a light? Yes, you have a light. Maybe you could exaggerate. Whoops. Maybe you could exaggerate the size of the light a little bit. Tix, peace, man. Thanks for hanging out. The notepad is good. Some books, some stacked books, or maybe books from the time that are kind of like put together here, like standing up next to each other. Oh, a file box. You know what I mean? It's like a little wooden box that you lay your papers in, like documents and stuff. And then you need that press stapler, the big kind of industrial, this one. So you put your hand on top of it and you're just going to smash it and it'll staple the content that you're trying to staple together. Yeah, Sherman knows. Bringing out the waffles, man. Oh, yeah, 4 a.m. Go to bed, dude. Peace, man. Thanks for hanging out. I think a pencil or 5. Maybe a pen. Yeah, you got a pen there. Maybe some pencils. Maybe a little bit of wear on this pad to show that it's just, you know, it's been used a lot. Person's always been here. Just being a journalist, the tough life. Wood wear. I mean, you've got the little coaster mark there. I think some coaster marks on the, I think there's one. Yeah, there's one right there. There's some on the wood here. Maybe a little bit of aging or discoloring on the wood on the edges would be really good. But yeah, scale those newspapers up. I feel like they need to be a bit larger. I mean, you could look at a little bit more of the modern desks and then see what they have. Like maybe a cup or a tray that's just got like a bunch of pens or pencils in it. The laying down file tray is a old school thing. All right, I think I got time for one more, and then we're gonna open up the critiques for portfolio stuff, and then we'll start queuing those up. Remember, it'll be 16 portfolio reviews will get accepted, and then we'll close it. And I'll message you if you got in, but we're past 16. I'll just let you know. Just as long as I know who you are. Dan, hopefully that helps you, man. This is looking ace, though. Dude, your materials are freaking, they're on point. They're on point. I think a detail normal would work wonders on these two surfaces. Detail normals, man. That's where the magic is. All right, one more. If there is time for another one. This is funny. This is actually on our Instagram. So honestly, I love this camera tilt and the snow falling. This song is freaking weird. I don't have too much to say on this. It's very strong. The light, like you see right here, that shot, like where you have the little bit of, like, you have nice focal point with the lighting, and I love how the lighting kind of wraps around the mounds of snow. There's a moment where you see it pop right on the end, and that looks freaking good. Boom, right there. Let me see if I can. That. Oh, man. I don't have too much to say on this. The trees look good. There's a nice separation of elements. Compositionally, it's quite strong. The the details in the back are kind of blurred out just the right amount. The focus is on the sword. And then this GIF though, when it's panning up and you see the banner waving, the banner is what draws you in. Yeah, the banner could be either wrapped around the top or something to ground it. Maybe it was treated more like a large scarf. And if the flakes are falling like that, maybe there should be a little bit of snow on the tops here. Maybe a little bit here. Let me see here. So if there's a little bit of snow up on top of this. Actually, I need to do that in another layer. Yeah, I think that would add a lot. You see how like it's kind of crappily painted, but it kind of gives you the idea that that stuff is there as well, right? It's been building up. And then the banner, I guess, is doing its thing up here. Doing this with a mouse, so take mercy, take pity on me. Be merciful. Yeah. No mercy. Anyways, the shot's real nice. I like it a lot. Okay. Feels more serene with the snow on top. I think snow would work really well, and like it lets you know that it's grounded there, right? I'm going to go to the Notion page. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to go to the form. Okay. Portfolio review requests are now open. It is here if you need a direct link. And there you go. Okay. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thank you for all the new people that are following, all the new people that hung out and just kind of checked out the channel. Feel free to follow. We're usually here on Mondays and Thursdays. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good Friday. And then enjoy your weekends. Your weekend days. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.